Okay, so I got a couple questions for you. The first question is, what was growing up like for you? What was growing up like for you?
Growing up for me was wonderful because I was the oldest of three girls, and me and my friends would just hike all over the mountains. There was no houses above Foothill Boulevard, so that was our playground. There was a horseback riding stable up there, and would go up occasionally, would ride the horses for about 25 cents, 50 cents an hour. And we ran all over the mountains, we hiked the caves. We love to go, right now my backyard is part of that mountain area where I have the beautiful wild roses and the little stream that runs down. We'd drink out of the stream. We played basketball, we'd go down to Fairmont Park, we rode our bikes everywhere. We'd ride our bikes down to Dirksfield and climb up on the wall, watch the baseball games, and our dad would bring us back up in his truck with our bikes.
Cool.
We played, well, they had Ward. The Ward always had road shows. Road shows were boatloads of fun. We'd go around to all the wards and perform. What else do we do?
How about you, Dad?
We did a play together too.
Oh yeah, we did a play together that was fun.
In the
The Maid of
Senate Ward.
Munster. I was the maid, he was the butler. Everybody thought we should get married,
All right.
and we did. Okay, go.
My favorite was meeting her on Green Street. Don't remember much about it. I remember one winter my dad built an igloo. It snowed so much down in front. And we moved up to Laurelhurst Drive. It was called Cope Street originally because Truman Cope had a bike shop up the end. I had lots of friends. First one was Tommy Backman. And I had, who else?
Well, you sent
Bobby
the,
Richmond. He's the one that got me a job at City Electric when I was walking around the U.
well, then you set the mountain on fire.
No, I didn't.
Your friends did.
One of the friends did smoking. Dan Gardner pulled us back down. It was George English and Kendall. And Dan Gardner pulled us back into his Dan's Foods and says, if you boys ever steal anything again, I'm going to put you in that prison down there.
Where was the prison?
Highland High School was the prison.
On the north end of Sugar House Park.
Yeah, the
Wow.
prison was there at Highland High School.
And originally it was going to be the jailbirds and not the Rams.
Yeah. And
Wow.
we'd ride our bikes. We'd go to the country club, ride our bikes all through the country club back there, down by the river.
Ride my bike over to Foothill
Wow.
Fire
Build a
Station,
little
which
raft.
is a library now, which I use a lot.
So where did you live then growing up?
Where did we what?
Where did you live?
We lived, first of all, Paul and I both lived down by Green Street, down by Liberty
On Green
Park.
Street.
It's right across from Liberty Park.
Just down the street from Liberty Park.
Straight.
What was the address?
809 Green Street. I don't remember what yours was.
816, something like that.
And-
Same side of the street.
Yeah, and we'd go down
Maybe
to
815.
Liberty Park. My dad would put up ladders and a big board, and would go down there and watch the parade. That was a big fun thing for the parade. And then we went to Hamilton Elementary, which is torn down now, and we moved up on Wyoming Street. Paul was up on Laurelhurst. His dad talked my dad into coming up and building a home
We
up
lived
there.
at 1960, which is the year my dad was born, and she lived at 1963, the year she graduated from Highland,
Yeah.
Wyoming Street. That was weird.
And we watched Beacon Heights, Hillside. They were all being built. We climbed up there all through the rafters when they were building the schools. And there were so many kids in the 6th grade that were at Beacon Heights, we had to go down to Hillside to junior high school in 6th grade.
Wow.
And then we all went down to Highland.
Same school as you guys went to,
Yep.
All my
except
kids.
for
Highland.
elementary when you went to Indian Hills.
And then my favorite memory with my kids growing up was watching my boys play hockey and taking state championship 2 years. And
Cheerleading.
yeah, and the boys were,
Baseball.
Philip was a cheerleader, Preston played baseball, Paula was a ballerina, a dancer, played the violin, was in the school plays, did a doll dance, that was fun.
You're in the assemblies and you're hilarious. Some of the things you guys did.
Good. Okay.